the workflow video for the A400 Keiser Manager app. So just go to the respective Google Play or the Apple Store and then go to Keiser Manager and just download that. Afterwards, then what you're going to do, you're going to then connect to the Keiser A400 access point. There is a password associated with that. Then what you'll do is the first time you'll open up your Keiser Manager app. And it's going to prompt you to look for accounts or equipment on the network. Additionally, if it asks you at all for using Wi-Fi or cellular, make sure that you say use Wi-Fi. Then you're going to then do the first temporary login for admin, which is right here. And then now you're going to create your facility name and the first admin for the A400 hub. So in this case, I'm just going to call it Evans Facility. And then just put in the respective email itself. So for a respective gym, that's going to be the owner of the hub. They'll put in their email here. And then I'm pasting in a password that I already had preset. And then continue. Then from here, just showing a couple of features, live machines, group organization, user organization, etc. So what we're going to do first is we're going to create a group. So then what we do is then we navigate over to the groups area, and I'm just going to call this, I believe, client group. Again, this can be football, it could be football or soccer or basketball, it could be anything. Now, after we set our group, we're going to create our first client. We're just going to do a member client, but there's 3 different ones. So admin, employee, and member. So we're just going to put in a fake email address here. And then we're going to put in a fake account. We're going to call it test account. And then we're going to set up the PIN code as 1111. And then we're going to get off of the pin area, and then we're just going to click somewhere onto the screen, and then everything should disappear. And then you can hit create. So this will be the first account. Again, you can put in the weight and the height and the gender in here. Okay, so now after we have it set, the member set in the group, we're going to then formally add that person to the group. And we're not going to have any collaborators here. So now what you see is you see the first machine that's actually connected onto the network itself. So I'm actually walking over and I'm going to log into the system, but just showing here, just navigating through the bottom tabs at the group level and on the individual user itself. If we go to facility, this is then where you can check for the updates for the hub and check for updates for any of the displays on the A400s or the A400s. I'm going to do a couple modifications. One, you can see that there's an operating schedule when the machines or the display will turn on and off, but this is the default session options for our drop-offs. So I'm going to click velocity. In this case, I'm going to actually set it to 40%. And the setup timer is going to be set for 5 seconds. So this will be now default on every screen that's connected to your network. So now from here, I'm actually walking over to the functional trainer, and now you see that there's one active member. So I actually logged in with that account that we just created. And I'm actually doing some work in there right now. I'm actually going through to do an exercise. I've already logged in. And then you'll start seeing the data export here in a moment. Again, we're just navigating through the account. I did my work, so I'm just going to go backwards one day, and then I'm going to select due date today and select export. We have a couple options here. You can text yourself, you can save it locally. In here, I'm just going to airdrop it myself. Again, there's a lot of options on how you can save to a Google Drive, to a Dropbox, etc.